Hello, my name is SETH KARAMAGE. I'm from Rwanda. I think the qualities of building peace in the most troubled times based on what one wants to create and prevent from his own community. Myself being a Rwandan who is born to refugee parents, who was very much segregated from the societies and the communities where I lived as a refugee in a foreign country, and remembering what happened to my parents makes me very passionate about peace building because I want to prevent this from happening again in my own community, my own country, and spread it across the world. So this really gives me a huge passion because I feel that I'm a change maker and I can always prevent such violences that are based on ethnicity and identity segregation. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Amra Panj from Bosnia and Herzegovina. I would like to say two qualities which I think are most important in order to build peace. These are truth and sincerity. I think if we wish to build a peace, we should be truthful and sincere to each other in a non-violent way.
Peace begins within each family, between spouses, between parents, daughters and sons, between sisters and brothers, in the way we behave every day. And then we establish peace with our neighbors the same way. And then in our school, in our work, in our village. So actually, each of us with our behaviors, we contribute to peace in our city, in our country, all over the world, or not. So, if we don't want troubled times to come all over again, if we want the peace rooted strongly within our families, within our communities, our countries, everywhere, let's educate our children from an early age in a daily routine about giving love, respect, giving help and protection to those who are weaker, welcoming those who are different without discrimination. Let's build a sustainable peace with our children. Thank you.
I am Ravi Kandage, Executive Director of Sarvodaya Shanti Sena Movement and Vice President of Sarvodaya Movement in Sri Lanka. I firmly believe a peace builder without inner peace is not a peace builder. Peace builder must embrace the value of spirituality. Peace can't be built prioritizing emotions. However, peace is the ultimate result of existence of justice, equality, dignity, and respect.
Hello, my name is SOLANGE MANIRAGUHA and I'm from Rwanda. I work with a program called HEROC, that's Healing and Rebuilding Our Communities. And I would like to share with you some of the needed qualities in order to build peace. There are so many, but some of them are just like if you are committed to be among the peacemakers, you need to be the peace. You need to be the testimony that you want to see from others. In other words, you need to be an example of what peace is. That's one of the qualities. And the second one is that you can't do this work without passionate with it. I mean, you need to sacrifice yourself. You need to not to look at your own interest. You need to work beyond what is needed so that you build peace. That's also a quality. Another one is to be ready to face some of the negative consequences that may come to your way while talking, teaching, and sharing something about peace. I mean to be ready to face the reality, to speak the truth whenever it's necessary. So yeah, there's a lot to talk about qualities that are needed, but those are some of them according to what I think, according to what I have seen during this journey of peace building. Thank you so much. Enjoy your time, and let's bring our hands together in order to reach peace that we need to see. Thank you.
Hi, my name is JOANNE LAUTERJUNG. I'm an independent peacebuilding consultant living and working in Myanmar, also known as Burma. Happy anniversary to Karuna Center for Peacebuilding. It's been my great honor to work with you and for you in Myanmar, and I wish you another wonderful 25 years. So what qualities do I think are most important in order to build peace in these troubled times? There's 3 qualities I want to talk about: humility, a strong and resilient heart, and optimism. Humility, meaning the willingness to reflect, willingness to listen more than we speak, especially for those of us that come from privilege, to learn to live without resolution. Sometimes there's no answer, and to agree to disagree, and not to vilify someone who thinks differently than we do, and to realize that sometimes there's more than one right answer or perspective in a situation. A strong and resilient heart, empathy for people. We need to hold people accountable, and we also need to give people grace who demonstrate that they're willing and able to change and learn and grow. The ability to control our own emotions, slow down our reaction time, and to really think and reflect and decide for ourselves what's right and what's wrong. Don't let the media whip us into being so emotional that we're not able to think logically and discuss our differences. Optimism, to know that all behavior, including bad behavior, is someone trying to get a need met. And when we know better, we do better. We're better able to meet our needs. The saying, if it bleeds, it leads. Sometimes we have to look for stories that inspire and uplift us and not get stuck in the daily barrage of worst case scenarios. I think we're all feeling a bit of news fatigue these days. We have to look for those stories that really give us resilience and hope for the future. And to give each other the grace to grow and change, and know that at our core, we all share the same needs for dignity, recognition, and connection. So those are the qualities that I think are important. Again, happy anniversary. Bye-bye.
This is POORNA ADHIKARY from Nepal. With regard to peace building, it's of course true that the peace building requires very strong will on the part of the people in the conflict, the parties in the conflict, to go for the transformation. However, they also need not only that courage, but also the support from qualified, competent peace builders as professionals who must have certain qualities of, let's say, having core values like empathy, sincerity, and so on. Whereas with key competence, communication, facilitation, problem solving, and strategic planning, and so on. Thank you.
I'm DISHANI JAYAWEERA, one of the co-founders of Center for Peacebuilding and Reconciliation in Sri Lanka. I am in this field of peacebuilding last 20 years. And in this last 20 years, what I realized is the most important characteristic of a peace builder is the capacity to reflect and observe and reflect and learn and unlearn. Because we are also part of this vicious system of violence. So this whole system around us, political and economic and cultural and social, all systems and structures are injecting and implanting violence in different forms in our lives. So I also part of it. I also came from the same womb where all the other people came out. So then if you can't understand where you're operating and who you are, and it is very hard to transform the situation in a very authentic and meaningful manner. So that's my greatest learning in last 20 years of my journey as a peace builder. For that, I think I learned and I understood this through different forms. There are so many great teachers I met in my life, who has taken the human form. But this part of my life, I take nature, Mother Nature, as the greatest teacher, as a peace builder. So she teaches us humbleness, flexibility, and deep love, and openness, and more than anything else, interdependence. Because as humans, we are in a mission which is impossible. It is one side dependency, the other side independent. Both are not exist in the world. So we are part of Mother Nature, but the Mother Nature's rule of law is interdependence, which humans are rejecting and humans are not ready to accept. So I think our whole education system, our kinship system, and political system and all subcultures are promoting either dependency or either independence, which is not possible in life. So we are the diversity, where we are part of a big web of nature. So interdependency is the key to operate and to get positive outcomes through life journey. But unfortunately we missed it. So discovering that and learning and unlearning to see and to experience and to practice interdependence is one of the greatest qualities we need to develop. So when it comes to the political form of it, is the power sharing. So we all carry different power bases. So learning how to see everybody and every single creature, everything has its own power, and how we can bring all these power bases to one ball and produce beautiful outcomes, and how we can live a life bringing power sharing as a practice. So those are the two key elements, I think, as a peace builder I'm trying to practice.
Rosette Sebasoni from Rwanda. I survived the genocide which took over 1 million lives of Tutsi people in Rwanda in 1994, including my parents and my 4 sisters. It is important to tell you that my experience encouraged me to reflect deeply on the effort of peace building work and why the world should seriously learn from the past. In fact, after the Holocaust, the world said never again. But unfortunately, it happened again and again in many places. I think self-awareness, self-reflection for me are key in peace building. It is important to build a society of peace builders, not just a society doing peace building. The world needs society with people of ability to think critically on complex situations and to transform it into a journey of hope and to take others into the dream for peaceful future. Again, the world needs people with the ability to look back into the darkness of their experiences, like mine, and be able to transform it into a journey of forgiveness and reconciliation. With peace and love, happy 25th anniversary to Karuna Center family.